Hi, everybody.
Sounds very convincing that you're ready to do this stream.
Yeah,
Hey,
what
man.
confidence?
Hey, let me just hold on, man. What time is it in Japan?
7 a.m.
Don't answer for it. Now I gotta ask it again. What time is it in Japan? 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
It's almost 9:30, right? So
on Saturday.
On Saturday, we woke up 5:30 a.m. on Friday.
Friday in Japan local time.
So that's 24 plus now 4. So 28 hours, just like 28 hours ago. We've been awake for 28 hours.
I have to say congratulations.
Yeah.
Because we've run that calculation several times throughout the day, and not every time have we nailed the fact that there are 24 hours in a day.
We have forgotten that, yeah. I did sleep. I slept 2 hours in O'Hare because O'Hare has these like
Shark benches.
that's
Oh, I have a photo of them.
they're like couches.
Wait, I have a photo.
I like shark benches.
Shark benches doesn't explain.
It doesn't.
It does. When you see it, it makes
yeah,
sense.
but without that.
I added photos to Mod just now, and one of them is Shark Bench.
They
Chaz
have
is
comfy seating.
Yeah.
They have comfy seating.
Did you get a photo of me like
No.
spooning my backpack?
No.
No one needs to see that.
Well, I managed to sleep 2 hours on that, and it worked okay. So that's.
Chaz is not jet lagged, so he's done with us already.
No, Chaz. Oh, hi, bud.
Come here, buddy.
And Kepler's very happy to see.
Oh, he's so happy.
I did finally have normal night of sleep last
Good.
night.
Congratulations.
I went to bed at a normal time and I woke up at a normal time.
So how many days of adjustment was that for you?
3.
3? That's not bad at all.
I didn't feel bad at any time. Here's Shark Couch.
See, it's Shark Couch.
It does have a fin.
We had all 5 of us on that, and 4 of us were sleeping at once.
Yeah, I laid flat
Yeah,
and slept for 90 minutes easily.
I was all curled up and I slept. I think I probably slept about 2 hours, and I woke up as we were boarding, and I was like, oh no, and Alex was like, don't worry, you still have time to get Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, okay,
And he did.
and I did. It was great. Anyway, so
How long was the layover? Too long.
Too
5
long.
hours.
It was 5 hours, so we scheduled the flight to get into O'Hare later, which is where we did our layover. And then about 3 months after scheduling the flight, that just changed.
Yeah.
And what was previously a 2-hour layover became a 5-hour layover.
He's so happy.
So we've had worse.
Yeah, we've had worse.
It was okay. Hi, Haley. No. we won't. So today is gonna be like real casual. We might play a game. I don't know. If we play a game, it will be Mona More, because it's pulled up. But we're just gonna kind of chat.
Mona More? What?
Mona More.
Did you not see that?
Is that how you say it?
Mona Moo?
Mona More.
Okay. It's fine. Just move on.
Mona More. Anyway. Yeah. So it's gonna be.
This is not something you want, sweetheart cat.
It's gonna be casual. We're gonna chat, talk a little bit about Japan, and then possibly play a bit of video game. Yeah, that's the plan. And then possibly before the stream even ends,
We may all go to bed.
I mean,
No, that's...
I will be fine. But yeah, Brandon and or Mao might peace out because that's a completely reasonable thing to do after you've been awake for like 20-something hours. We had 30 months from Caden Ren Babita, 44 from Starry Knox, 47 from Snowfox, 102, 42 from Tiniest of Kitties, 15 from Allegretto Ace. Hey, Eddie.
Having an absurd evening?
Yeah.
You need Tiny Eddie's extra crispy glowing licorice slop.
No.
I like my slop extra crispy.
I don't
Yes, slop and crispy.
think licorice is supposed to be in slop. That was 1,000 bits from Guy Astronauts. Says Tiny Eddie, can we get a celebratory snack? I got accepted into the doctoral program I applied for. I'm so excited.
Congratulations!
Yay.
Congrats. That's awesome. Maybe just like normal licorice. I don't know that it has to be slop.
Or
it
crispy.
glow?
Crispy's fine.
You want crispy licorice?
Wait, can you deep fry licorice? I guess you can.
Maybe.
Yes, you
You
can.
can
You can deep fry ice cream.
anything. Yeah, I would try that. Anyway,
The happiest cat in the world is Kepler.
congratulations. That's awesome. I'm very excited for you. Eat the licorice. If you want. We got 50 months from Rumblefish90. 18 months from Suisho Tomoe. 9 months from D. Bradwell. 63 from Anjamin. 6 from Crimson Altair. 25 from Nemero. 15 from Jams on Twitch. 56 from Bella Bunny.
Licorice.
400 bits from Radio Dread says there's a clown at the door. They want to throw you a welcome home party. Will you let them in? I mean,
You let me in.
I was it's like that's not what I normally call Brandon and Chaz, but today special exception. Oh,
I turned on catch.
Oh.
sorry. I have to read the alert with that. Bella Bunny, it's been 16 days.
Has it been 16 days?
We left Friday morning. Nope, Thursday. Nope, Friday.
Friday is today.
So it's been 14.
Okay.
Should I turn it off? Oh, I guess some people haven't seen any moon streams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you've never seen a moon stream, that must be a very alarming.
Yeah, Moonstream happens when I have
Tuesdays.
work.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
you don't
I've
see
never
it.
seen that before.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never caught the alert VOD. So.
Yeah, Dan cut it out. So Dan rotoscoped that out so we could do a
Nice.
catch.
Wow.
It can catch emotes or Pokemon or...
There's your
Yeah.
explanation.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if we're leaving that on, then
I mean, I can turn it off.
16.
Wait, is it random?
It's what, random?
1600.
It's been random.
16.
So it can randomly do a catch.
Oh, no.
He's asking
Oh.
if both are on.
I just turned off catch in order to
Okay.
put that through.
Okay.
But I can turn catch back on.
Bella is
I can
the
leave
only
everyone
one.
confused.
Bella's the only one that's
I'm
going to
okay
wind
with
up with a
confusion.
Pokemon tonight. There was one Pokemon available, and Bella caught it, and that's it. There's no more Pokemon available.
That might
Sorry.
be. You never know.
Yeah,
I
I
can
didn't
click
know.
the buttons whenever I want.
That's true.
I really think that there should be a randomized button in alerts that just goes off every 5 minutes and is terrifying.
Shuffles everything.
It's I don't think it's a terrible idea. Yeah, it's apparently been 16 days. That's wild. We've been gone a while.
Kepi knows it.
Poor little guy. Yeah, he's very happy.
He's
we're
been
back.
nonstop purring since we got back.
He only knows.
And
how
he's
to
been
purr.
meowing.
Yeah.
He normally does not meow.
Yeah, he's a whiner, not a meower, but he's been vocal. We had 1600 bits from J-Spoke says, "Welcome back, Steven. Hope your time in Japan was fun." It was. All of us had a good time in Japan. Chaz had the best time.
I had the best
soonest.
time.
So that's.
He
soon-
peed
Chaz-
in Japan.
He peaked early.
Chaz started in Japan a week before we did, approximately,
Yes.
and then left a little bit before we
Earlier.
left.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chaz didn't have the most Japan. I think Chaz had the same amount of Japan.
He had more.
Did he have more?
I might have had more.
By like 2 days.
Aw. Good for Chaz.
Good for me.
As a
60s, what it was, goes?
Will Peter says, as a reminder, where in Japan?
Everywhere.
All over.
Yeah.
There was one point where we were looking at a map of where all of us were, and
On
there
Find
were,
My?
there were people basically from Tokyo south.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot. There was a fair bit of the trip spent in Tokyo, but also Kyoto, Osaka, Nagano, other little tiny places. Me, Alex, and Haley made it all the way out to Kagoshima.
I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I was explaining how one morning Brandon left Kanazawa, went to Tokyo, and went back to Nagano.
Yeah.
and I explained how far that was by car and how far it was by Shinkansen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
was
I
back
have
in
those
Nagano.
stats.
I had planned to be back in Nagano by like 1, and I started that day at 6.
Fast trains are great.
Yeah.
Yeah. The since being back in the States for the day, the first thing is I remembered that food is a lot more expensive.
Food is
Like-
so expensive here. Oh my
And
god.
I know it's not fair because we were in the Chicago airport.
Okay, but
But
we
it-
were in the Tokyo airport before then.
I know it's
It's like
It's
20 times
crazy.
the cost.
it's really expensive, like really really expensive to eat in America, and it's not in Japan. We had 67 months from Dishnet, 26 from Shattered Muse, 64th from the Great Ass Fairy, 25 from Toon the Raccoon.
Yeah, you could like make that bigger.
Oh my god, I could. Oh shoot.
From our Montana glaciers to your doorstep, Tiny Eddie's Sandy Sausage Buns.
Oh, something for Thomas. 1,000 bits from Slick Duke says, knock knock, who's there? It's the remnants of this Tiny Eddie snack left over from before the trip. What has been fermenting in the fridge? Sandy sausage buns. I like that this just insinuates that you took a pack of buns to the beach and you dropped them and then you were like, oh, but you kept them and then put them into the refrigerator.
And then didn't eat them for some reason.
Probably
Why
'cause
would
they
you
were-
not?
It's probably because they were sandy. Have you ever taken a food to the beach?
Is that a question for the group, for the panel? Yes, I have. And it was like something that was small and contained, like a prepackaged bar, food bar. What do they call them? No, it wasn't a protein bar. It was a granola bar.
I have very specific memories of like being at the beach as a kid and having like the little Ziploc bag of like goldfish in it.
20, get 20, 20, 20, give 20, give subs.
I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to hear that to remember that exists. 'cause
So you
it's-
did
He
like
cannot
surprises
contain
me.
his
you did like
happiness.
picnicking, kind of. Did you get sand in your goldfish?
If you get sand in the goldfish, that's bad. It's in the bag. You can't get rid of that. You drop goldfish in the sand, but you shouldn't get sand in the goldfish. You gotta be really careful. That was 20 gift subs from Mysterious Green Thunder. Thanks. Where'd they go? I'll tell you. Crejan, History Master, Chattel D, Cat Kick, Smile 936, Monarch 3899, Simon Apple 11, True Tears X, Captain Blargy, Honeybee, Agent Gekuga, Uchi plays McJohnson 88, Lady T, the final 99999 Bucket, Rainy Painter plays Fires, Apples or Orange, New Sense, Mysterious Green Thunder. Thank you. I read.
That was a challenge.
You almost
Yeah.
read all of them.
Yeah. In fairness, reading is like conceptually difficult, like for humans, but extra today. 65 months from Dark Overlord. We got.
It's a new catch.
Well, it's.
Flanked.
So. Yeah, the way the catch alert works is if you do just a single emote, it catches that emote.
Okay.
But if it's changing back and forth between that and the 16, I don't know what'll happen. Did you breathe bad?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did that like also yesterday, I
Yeah.
think. Oh no. Sometimes when she drinks, she puts it in the breath hole. So, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. We had 1,600 bits from Soccer Celica. It says, here, Chaz, this is a gun to help them sleep. Anyway, hope y'all took pot coffee.
Welcome back to America.
Oh!
I want
Hope y'all took Boss Coffee back with you to Eagle Land. We didn't bring any coffee home, but we did buy.
And we did comment about how cheap it was there.
We did when we arrived there. We went to a grocery store and bought a 6-pack of Rainbow Boss coffee for 323 yen,
Which is?
which is like $2.40 or something.
The Jason had it in like 36 packs.
Oh my god.
We
No
should have done
vagabonds,
that
I
because
didn't.
we went through 36 cans of that easily.
Yeah. So you got 6 for less than the price of 1. in America, because if you go to the H Mart here and you buy it, it's $3 a can, which is insane. That's dumb. Don't do that. It's only like 8 ounces of coffee, but that's how much cheaper it is. Everything food related is so much cheaper. So much cheaper. We'll talk a little about that because it's kind of wild. Soccer Celica, thank you. Oh yeah, so yeah, catch is 1,000. That's what it is. Catch is 1,000, and you can catch that. What's it called? Jiggy's sip snake. I don't like. That's
What's he sipping?
snakes.
Yum.
It's a mongoose. That was 1,000 bits from Unclever Title with the jig sip snake catch. It's so weird to have moon alerts on a Friday night. This is wild.
I like catch. This is good.
Catch is fun. And also moon is over, so like
That one had the tongue.
sometimes you tongue
Sure
a
did.
spaceship. That's 1,000 bits from Slick Duke with the 8-bit liquors catch.
Mamma mia.
Thank you for licking the ship. You get 20.
I'm so
Anytime,
tired.
pal.
I need my ship licked. 21 months from Hero Chaos Chow. 49 from Midi Knight. 300 bits from Let's Play Baseball Curses says, man, you guys were in the attic for a really long time. Are you guys okay? Yeah, there's AC there. Famously, there's really not.
Yeah.
Everywhere in Japan is so hot. When you're in the inside, there's not a lot of AC.
Yes.
It's very rare to walk into a place and be like, oh, it's chilly. Like, that doesn't happen.
It was cold the whole trip,
Yeah,
my friend.
I was
It
happy
was
it was
like
cold
50
outside.
degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
There were a few
When it was warm.
There were a few times where I walked into
Yeah.
a place and I was like, oh, this is like sweltering.
Fosdick says it's pretty AC'd in the summer.
Not when it's snowing. Well, it wasn't snowing.
It was snowing.
It wasn't snowing in
It's-
Tokyo.
It snowed in Kawazana
Like
and Nagano.
I remember walking through a little indoor section in Kagoshima. It was not snowing in Kagoshima, and it was. I walked through and I was like, oh my god! Like there was many
We had
times.
snow in Kyoto when we were in
mia.
Kyoto.
There was many times where I was walking and I wore my hoodie everywhere, and like the hoodie just came off immediately. I was like, nope, can't do it. Too warm. We had 36 months from Sapphire 316. Congrats on 3. It's an Eddie.
Unveiled below a conundrum apartment, Tiny Eddie's Orchard Irate Chow.
That was a bit of Bill that says, all right then, I'll take a Tiny Eddie to go, please. Hold the sauce. Ah, you should really put the sauce on the irate chow. It's very dry.
We're very angry about this.
You will be irate if you don't have any sauce on this. You're gonna want as much sauce on it as you can. Oh, it's orchard.
Yeah.
What did you read?
Ostrich.
Those are different.
In fairness, they have about the same amount of leathers, and I am further away from this screen than I normally am, and I'm not
You can just say I'm
good.
tired.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
good.
so tired.
I'm doing okay,
Listen,
to be honest, though.
there's photos to get through.
Yeah, we'll get there. Oh yeah, if you do 1,000 with nothing, you get birds.
I love birds.
You
Bye.
can catch birds in a special way. If you want to catch birds in a good fun. That was 1,000 bits from Gamers 00700. What would you call the bird?
You know what
What
they
bird
say?
was that? Was it a swallow?
I'm too tired.
They say a bird in the claw is worth 2 in the bush.
2 in the ship.
Is
One
it Brendan's turn?
bird, one clawed bird.
Is it Brendan's turn?
When you
When
there's
if you
one-
when if
when there's one
Go on.
bird.
Hey buddy, are you
5
okay
minutes
with
to D.
this?
Bradwell says, I won't be here for long, but wanted to mention that I got back the results for my FE
he's
exam
not
this
okay with
week,
that.
and I passed. I am now a certified engineer in training.
Wow, awesome.
Congrats. Congrats on passing the test. I can't read FE without reading Fire Emblem, and my first thought was, you are now certified in Fire Emblem. Which seems very hard. There's too many.
Sword beats.
Oh god, sword beats
Ball.
No,
beats rock.
No, it's sword, lance, and like nunchucks. I don't remember the third one, but there's 3.
I thought it was horse, bike, and pedestrian.
You're thinking of Urban Emblem, which is a completely different,
I'm sorry.
different series. 500 Bits of Mini Night. So Stephen Mao, easy question today. North Carolina State University is playing Marquette University in March Madness right now. What is Marquette University's mascot for sports?
A hawk.
I think it's the Carl's Jr. Star.
They're blue and yellow, right?
How do you know any of this?
Isn't it blue
The
and
Golden Eagles.
yellow? Isn't blue and yellow Culvers? Anyway, we.
Playing the Culver's Custard.
Oh,
Custard.
what did they do?
I need to say not words that start with CU. We get 1,000 bits from Fossix with the Jepson smile catch. Catch a smile from Jepson. You know Jepson's not back yet? I hate that.
Yeah, we beat him home.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him.
You'll see him
When?
When he
later.
gets home.
When's that?
Don't know.
Probably after what he's
Whoa.
doing.
Sorry, I got real dizzy.
I'm,
I'm
so
seated.
tired.
I'm seated. It's all good now. Fossix, thank you. I can't wait to see Jepson's smiling face.
An attractive end to a breezy daybreak. Tiny Eddie's zesty and smoky brownie and squash toasts.
Brownie.
1,000 Bits of Mazado says, give me that Cocoa Eddie. Welcome back, fellas and Mao. What was the best thing about Japan in one word or less? Earthbound. My second answer would just be food.
Yeah.
Food is real.
There's 2 words I want to say, but I'll just say fire.
People.
So combine them all together. We got Earthbound food, fire people.
Earthbound people setting food on fire, which is a thing that happened.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, at the festival they set food on fire because
They weren't
have a grill.
Earthbound people.
Well, they were on the Earth.
Well, we were there. We were Earthbound people.
We didn't set anything on fire. In fact, we were almost set on fire.
We were almost set on fire.
No, we weren't.
I had
We
to pull
were!
both you
weren't
and
there.
Steven away.
You weren't there. I was with Brandon, and they almost set me on fire.
When did
Because
that
they
happen?
had a giant bundle of sticks with
It was
that
a
was
bit-
lit on
they
fire.
had the big-
and
When
they're
they
like,
were walking by.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they're screaming fire in Japanese,
They
but
were-
neither of us speak that.
And
So then I'm just like, Steven, there's fire behind you.
he said it just like that, and I was like, "What is that, Brandon?" And I turned, and like it's like right here, this guy just carrying this big flaming thing, and I was like, "That's dangerous."
I told him there was fire.
I didn't.
I
did
told
say
you.
it was a dangerous festival.
Yeah, you did. Ches did warn us.
It's all right. A little fire
We
never
sur-
hurt anyone.
We survived.
A lot of fire hurt someone, but a little never hurt anyone.
Yeah, honestly, like the overall, like the biggest thing for me was food, just because like it's so cheap. It costs some money to get to Japan, and it costs some money to stay in Japan. But God, you save so much money on food, especially if like you're from the U.S. Like it's so.
I saved $100 on shoes.
Yeah.
That's good too.
One shoes.
Chaz, you know the ballet flats I wear? There was a physical store there, and I walked in and they were the same price.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was sad.
Also video games are cheap, but you might have known that. I did pass on one thing. I passed on one thing, and I kind of regretted it. But if I would have bought it, it would have changed how I packed, and it would have been harder to get home. I passed on a boxed copy of Rez with the trance vibrator for the equivalent of like $43 US. I'm like, that's not a lot of money, because that normally goes for a lot more.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not gonna Google it. We got 30.
I cannot save you.
I hear a little tweet. Have you heard of my friend? He's a one-clawed bird. He only got one claw, so he fall down a lot. But he's a good friend. I call him Todd. That's my claw friend Todd. I liked him. I liked him. He
Oh, Claw is so much better.
he kind of fall over a little bit.
You gotta use those to see.
No.
Claws?
I don't,
Oh.
The glasses
I don't
that
need
you
to
took
see
off.
anymore.
Shout out to Todd the one-clawed bird. Sounds like what's that? You know that when it's
I don't know.
when they had the old stories?
Fables?
Yeah.
It's a fable?
Yeah.
Okay.
It teaches children a good message.
What's the good message?
Um
Find out on the next song.
Oh no. Please don't, God. I was like out from Dishnet.
It's claw time.
Tom Scream.
That was Awesome Shy with Tom Scream Catch. Quag, sorry. That's his name. I'm not making very good headway on these alerts.
No.
I noticed that the number has gone
You
up.
need to do the art so that I can talk and then go to bed.
Okay, let me read a few of these and I'll let you do
Okay.
that. Okay.
You cannot do art yet.
30, yeah, thank you, Chaz. 33 months from Omega Caliph, 10 months from Solitary Boot, 67 from Danny X6, 65 months from Gel89, 1987 from Jacebook says, welcome to Eagleland, where we love catching Phil Collins.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Bye, Phil Collins.
Bye.
Y'all know how Phil Collins is a Pokemon?
Yeah.
1987.
So that's how you can catch him.
That's how you catch Phil Collins. I think Phil Collins has been in a
It's in the air
spaceship.
tonight. It's good.
But where Babadook? I don't know what Babadook number is. Somebody knows it. It's a
Who
secret.
knows the Babadook number?
Someone.
Chaz.
I don't, actually.
The Babadook number is the less good sequel to the Babadook movie.
Yes.
You can
need
tell
this.
that like there's just enough cylinders to like start jokes, but not enough cylinders to make them in any way complex or interesting.
I mean, it definitely had the sound and shape of a joke.
Like my brain's like, wait, hold on, something's cooking, and then like I left a pot on the stove and like went to pee. I'm doing the best I can. Jacebook, thank you. We had 47 months from Josh R2D2, 16 months from the Gracklepeck. We got 1,000 bits of Belly Bunny with the Spud catch. Goodbye, Spud.
Bye-bye.
Picking up Spud by the
Where
ear.
did the catches go?
Oh God, how does this work? We can do it real. It's fine. It's fine. All right. It looks like we're a cult now.
It is the anniversary.
And then we'll climb a tree.
Okay.
When we get up in there,
We'll have a party.
We'll shout and sing and scream.
In our tree. I guess we're the same.
la dee da dee da dee in the tree. When Mal used the same E sound, I was like, Chaz is definitely gonna say tree again.
I knew it.
When you said, I thought we'll do it normal,
Just
I thought that
deciding that
just the two of you.
I'm matching the rhyme for me. Thanks.
Yeah, I as soon as I said that, Chaz knew because he was like, "Oh no."
The way they
That
do
was
it
great.
in the show.
yeah, well,
Poultry.
that's not the way you do it in this show.
No.
No, you can always shift it, but the times that we've shifted it in the past,
It's very confusing. Yeah, I understand.
We had that was 5,000 bits from Will Peters just to sing about the first anniversary being established as a cult.
Hello.
Yeah, we spent times climbing
He
trees.
doesn't like whatever's in your cup.
That's what we did.
Well, it's ginger ale.
It's not for Capo.
You okay, bud? You need more human time?
Time to catch.
Time to catch. This is the 1,000 bits of Sakasalica who get in the yen cat catch.
Got him.
Do you want?
He does.
Do you want to not be where you are?
He
Though?
he
I
wants your
can't-
lap.
Come here.
Come on.
Cross the bridge.
Come here.
Time to catch again.
Come here. Come here.
It's a bird.
It's
a bird.
bird.
Catch. Come on.
Walk, buddy. Come here. Come here. Oh, smell this. Wait, use some...
Bye.
That's 1,000 bits from Phantom SVT. Catching birds. We have 2 birds now. Alerts with catch and also when they fly. 1,000 bits from My Hello with My Hello Weekend. Star Red. The cat's just walking around. Oh, you just grabbed him by the eyes.
By the bridge of the nose.
That's not a good place
Don't
to
touch
grab.
my eyes.
Buddy, you have... I can't read. You have to move. Is this empty? Come here, sweetie. Come here, little man. I don't know what
That was the clicker.
he knows what to get rid of. There we go. Sit your little butt down. Thousand bits from Squid and Baconator with George Money Star Rain. Hey, Roland.
Bye, Roland.
Not Star Rain. Sorry, I'm so used to saying
Catch.
Star Rain. It's Catch. I do love the Catch. Thank you, Squid. Oh, there's Catch Bruiser. Thousand bits from Scatman Scabadop. Bye, Bruiser. Yeah, it does. It is lined up very well for like just grabbing things by the eyes, which is.
This is the first time I've seen Thomas without seeing Bruiser. Outside of Extra Life, I guess.
I need to stand up.
All right,
Otherwise, I will fall asleep here on the couch.
Okay.
just do a jumping jack.
Do one jumping jack. Or two-
Anyway, it's
two
time
jumping
for
jacks.
it's time for this.
There's a lot of people that have never seen the Catch, and they're like, "Catch is great." Oh.
Catch is fun.
Oh,
There's stuff happening.
that guy is shifting. Why has Jiggy got so much motion? There's so much motion happening. It moves a lot.
It looks like I just really don't want to talk to you.
I've been put in timeout over here. That was Thousand Bits of Aldo with the Jig Slurp.
Yep.
I don't like that. The more I look at it, I think Jiggy should change that one. This one's fine, but this one, we need a new one now. Cling Clang!
Get clanged.
1600 bits from Reed with the Cling Clang Catch.
Is that a Pokemon?
It's a cat. It's a Pokemon.
It just looks like a couple of gears.
Yeah, but then the first gen they made Magnet Man, Magnet
Magnetron.
Magnet,
Magnetron?
Magnet, Magnet,
Magnet.
Magnet Mike, Magic Mike. Listen, they made Magic Mike, so like,
Let them gear.
they can gear. It's fine. Anyway, Reed, thank you. We had 17 months from Mr. Dark Roast, 23 from Hind 2208, 300-bit through Dishnet says, "Oh, it be tired hours." Yeah, we're doing a good job.
Past that.
Chaz is fine.
I'm fine.
The rest of us are okay.
Calculated but hungrily delicious. Tiny Eddie's rubbery, crunchy butterscotch whiskey rolls.
I would do that. Maybe not the rubbery part.
Yeah, that sounds like they cook too long. Thousand bits from Gold Lighting says, "You moved again. No one's been gaslit." Tiny Eddie, we didn't move. Rubbery, crunchy,
No. Rubbery, crunchy, butterscotch whiskey rolls.
Is butterscotch whiskey sounds real?
Yeah,
That's like a. Wasn't that a real thing? Like you can get that at a bar?
I'm sure you. I mean, not like at a standard bar, but I'm sure someone has made it.
Okay. It sounds like.
Like it's not up there with gin and tonic.
Triple Crown, butterscotch.
It's like going
whiskey.
to a McDonald's and ordering the McRib. They don't always sell the McRib.
I'm gonna go into an Applebee's and say, "Give me a butterscotch whiskey," and if they say we don't have that, I'll be like, "I can't believe this."
Google says it's real.
Made
It
by
sounds
Triple Crown.
real.
Nice. It is real.
It sounds. I think I've heard of that.
Now, it's both rubbery and crunchy.
Is there an old country song about butterscotch?
About being rubbery and crunchy.
She's rubbery and
Oh, no.
crunchy, but she's good enough for me. Gold Lighting. Thank you. We got 67 months of Tier 2 Gold Toast from Drek. Thank you, Drek. And we got 1,000 bits from Julia Weiss with the Lay X Guns, not Star Rain.
Catch.
Catch.
It's the catch. There he goes.
Joker's going to prison for having a gun. You can't have a gun in Japan, Joker. That's illegal.
And Thomas is going to prison for being Thomas.
For having too much swag.
Go.
1,000 bits from Xena Fantasies with the Thomas swag. Oh, Thomas. Maya Hello gifted sub to Jet Lag. Nah, we're good.
Yeah.
There's a bird.
1,000 bits from Green Day Rock. That's a pheasant? Is that what you call that? That looks like
It
a
looked
pheasant.
like a duck with a helmet.
That's a pheasant,
Okay.
I think. 1,000 bits from Green Day Rock says, "Welcome home, Raleigh gang." Thank you. It's really good to be home. I want to stress that. there are parts of Japan I definitely miss, but there's some things that are good here.
It's nice to have the white balance locked.
Things that are good about America. The Loft.
The Loft store, the stationary variety goods store?
No.
The
Loft
stationary
and-
stores there are better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most certainly true.
Yeah. There's some other things. 61 months from DJ Sherbert.
We don't have time.
45 months from Suraj Gandesha. 1,000 bits from Joe 89 with Proton Paw. He's waving. Goodbye. Goodbye.
He's slapping.
Bagel doing a slap. Thank you, Joe. 15 months from Creepy Michaela. And 1,000 bits from Aldo with the jig done.
Oh.
It's like what happens in the microwave. That's a lot.
What are you putting in your microwave?
Well, if you like, have you ever put a peep in the
Yes.
microwave?
It doesn't do that. It just kind of gets a little bigger.
Well, anyway,
Well, it's Easter. Do it.
it Easter. It literally Easter.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That sounds from Scatman Scabadop. It's just a cat roll, like a calamari. Oh!
Laugh harder so we know it was an accident.
It's a
You might
cat.
be tired.
It's a cat.
Yes.
Get it though?
Yes.
Like if you spelled it with a C.
They're doing it.
That's it.
They get it. See? Chill Days has got you.
Woo! 46 months from Dark Mimikyu. We got 1,000 bits from Reed with the Reed watching Star Rain. That one's good. We grabbed him in the head, not on the eyes. We need less grabbing of the eyes. I've always said that. Thank you, Reed. We got 300 bits from D. Radwell says, also, welcome back. Hope your trip was good. It was good. It was good. We've talked a lot about it on Breakfast Stream, so this will be a good time for us to like do kind of a quick recap of...
Get through the alerts.
I'm doing the best I can. Do you want to read them?
No.
Of course. That's what I thought. 19 months from Good Fortune Coffee. B.A. Smith 0 gifted 5 subs to Nekazios. Bad Check Bun. Red Reclaimer, Silver Aces, and This Page is My Own. B.A. Smith, thank you. Appreciate it. 45 months from Nunshoes, 38 from The Andrew Show, 47 from Buthery Inkling, 53 from Darling Aces, 4 months from Rosie Franklin 05, 35 months from Andromeda 31, and 1,000 bits from Gamers 00700 with the George Kepler Star Rain.
No eyes.
Taking him up to get pets. That's what he does. He gets the pets. He got loved on so much when we walked in the door.
We just kept circling between Steven, Mal, and myself.
We sat on the floor and he just like did laps. It was cute. We got 300 bits of Maximin, who says, I'm officially done with film school. I'm going to pursue editing and I'm going to try and find some work editing for YouTubers. I may also look into IT support as a side role. I've also moved back to Nova Scotia, so I'm very excited to move forward with all I've learned from living in Toronto. Congratulations! Congrats, that's awesome. Man, film school is a whole thing. I'm glad you got through it and probably had a lot of fun doing it because I really
It must
had
be
fun.
it must be so different now than it was 10 years ago.
That was what I was thinking. Is like when I was in school, like the big thing was the Canon 5D Mark II was like oh, we can shoot videos with a DSLR. Like, oh my god, this is crazy. And now it's
I was more
Very
thinking
different.
like now everyone puts stuff on YouTube
yeah, that's
and
true.
TikTok.
That's
But
true.
sure, we can talk about the cinema camera du jour.
Yeah, it's
We cannot.
it's just changed a lot. The
It's
technology
time to
has
catch.
changed. The technology has changed. This is a very appropriate one because the bird is so upset.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, if you get abducted, you probably won't be happy.
I agree.
That was 1,000 bits from Caitlin Lux with the Say Squawk catch. Bye, Mifa. There might be good food in the ship. 300 Bits from Jacebook says, just crash out. You can yawn. Jet lag, exhaustion, stress, 16, Stream Daddy, Costco if you're quick. If it sucked, hit the beds. Real winners sleep. I am going to sleep tonight.
I do think Mel has hit the beds.
Maybe. She said she'll probably be back.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, I just wanted to watch mine.
Hi.
We did Costco.
We did do Costco. There's photos in the queue.
Oh, man. Get ready for that, because there's going to be... we went to... I didn't go, but Haley, Mao, and Brandon went to Japanese Costco. So...
It was amazing.
It was pretty much the same as... I mean, it was...
The dichotomy of man.
It was pretty much the same as it is in America, except they had Japanese food.
Okay. In fairness to Mao, I feel like normal Costco is amazing. So.
Well, yeah. I don't want to belittle the Costco experience.
Let me post some other photos.
Okay.
But
Sorry,
it is.
Chaz.
But
She has to defend now.
I did feel like I was just walking through a Costco in the United States.
It did feel like that, yes, but there were different things.
Which also just on its own is incredible.
It was
right?
kind of like Bizarroland Costco, because I'm like, okay, I'm in Costco. Like, they use the same assets to label the aisles and everything.
Yeah.
But then, like, I look at the price tag and it's like 15,000 is the number.
Yeah.
They don't specify yen, it just says 15,000, and I'm like, something wrong with this Costco.
These fish expensive. We got 59 months from We Win. Jacebook gifted a sub to Unilee Fox. 32 months at tier 2. Gold Toast for Zado. 7 months for No Let's Baby.
Oh.
50 months from Core K0017. 49 from Boffinoff. 300 bits from Kayla D. It says, Steven, of the three sitting beside you, who is the most your personal assistant?
That's a hard question. We all do different things.
We all do different things. It's true.
I mean, it is these three. Like, probably these three and Haley.
Yeah.
Haley is less of a personal assistant and more of like a person that just berates me until I do things.
You're a motivational speaker.
Like Mal helps me the most on like a day-to-day thing. Chaz helps me the most on like
Work stuff.
And then Brandon schedules all of my haircuts. That's not facetious.
I scheduled the last one.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
And
because,
I scheduled his.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I scheduled optometry appointments for you both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Thank
get to
you.
see again.
Thank you. It is.
Can't see now.
Can't see now. That's why he's having trouble reading.
Honestly, those things are very helpful. It's, I don't often have the mental brain power to deal with
Cat hair.
this.
Come here.
800 bits from Storms 002. 44 months from The Legend of Daniel. 24 months from Omega Sam Art. That's a 2. 15 months from Arcane Leo. 13 months from ZFan86. 43 months from Wise Old Owl. 100 bits from Willpower 64. 66 months from Phantom SVT. Jelly89 gifted a sub to Go the Hell to Sleep. 500 bits of Anissa says, Steven, what would a 50 gift sub alert sound like? Also, welcome home. Did we recorded a...
Not tonight. You don't have the energy for it.
No, I
tonight.
don't. But like, how high have we recorded up to? 40? I think we've done 40.
40, yeah.
There's ones for 10, 20, 30, and maybe 40. At some point, not tonight, I'll do a 51. We got 500 bits from Valix that says, welcome back, everyone. Sending good vibes to you all for good sleep and recovery. I need to request some good vibes for myself as allergy season has begun and I have a nasty headache. Good vibes.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, I looked at my front door today, and it has a new tint of green-yellow on it.
The pollinating is happening.
Yeah, when we got back to RDU, I had parked my car there, and we went and got in, and like the windshield is like yellow, so I had to run the thing and scrape the yellow off.
I was concerned about my first pollen season. So far, I am fine.
That's good.
Oh yeah,
I think you really need to give it 2 years to see how you do. Because I feel like your body isn't scared of it
Don't
yet.
worry, it'll screw you up next year. Yeah,
Did you say my body isn't scared of it yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fortunate that I am Carolina boy, so I'm already used to all of this stuff. But everyone else who moved here from different places does have to adjust to some degree. We get 29 months from Mean Dean 12. 300 bits and Reader says, and now for your weekly Inspirebot quote, if you're pleased when meeting someone you find attractive, that's kind of the point.
Okay.
I like that quote. That's good. It's good to be pleased. 27 months from Luna Frey Belmont. We got 15 months from It's a Stepladder.
Stephen George Channel. It's good to be pleased.
That's
we
a
didn't-
good slogan.
Hey, we don't make promises.
Stephen George Channel. You might enjoy yourself, or turn it off.
You can hit the bricks.
20 months from Cascadea, 39 months from PK Daisy, 36 months from Jim Prower. Congrats on the 3. 300 Bits of Nerdy Revelries. It says, while you were gone, the fundraising dates for the tabletop RPG I wrote were announced. Castles in the Air comes to Kickstarter May 14th. Now, if you haven't seen the link I DM'd you, the art is super pretty. I've got some good vibes to spare. Awesome.
Awesome. I saw that you did that, but I didn't have a chance to look yet.
May 14th is not that far away,
No.
which is... Did Colo get announced?
Yes.
The dates?
Because remember, you set a reminder, and then your reminder went off
Yeah,
in local time, and
good.
you're like, oh no, I'm going to spoil it. So then
That's
you
right,
push it
that's
back.
right. Yeah, Colo also is May. And as it turns out, May's like... In 3 days, I'll be able to say it's next month. And that's fine. It's just been busy. I'm just busy.
And we're tired.
It's busy.
We're so tired.
It's busy. We have things going on in April too.
Uh-huh.
And like Coliseum's coming up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I don't know what we're doing.
Being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there.
Yeah. Listen, I'm doing the best that I can. I have not attended a single meeting for Coliseum. That's fine. I've only missed like 4 of them. I'm sure I'll catch the next one. It's fine. 300 Bits and Will Peters who says, I had a suggestion. Your language skills are lacking right now, so just talking grunts. I'm basically doing that, so you're welcome. 450 Bits from Zelda Master says, hey, you went back up to the loft. How was your 2-week siesta in the sunroom? Warm. Mostly warm. But
It's mostly cold.
It was mostly cold.
it was cold. It was actually very
That
cold.
exchange. The quality of that exchange was subpar.
Let me tell you a lie, Chaz. Let me tell you a truth. What Chaz said. It actually was... Okay, can I tell you what I did? Because here's what I did. When I was packing, I was like, I need to save space.
Yeah.
So I only packed short sleeve shirts, and then I packed a hoodie. And I was thinking, I'm just gonna do this. And that worked for most of the trip until me and Brandon walked for half a mile in a mountain, like through snow. During that one part, I was like,
Yeah, and we
This
had
was
this
bad.
discussion.
yeah.
And you were like, don't worry, I brought one long sleeve shirt, but I wore it yesterday.
That's right. I did bring one long sleeve shirt, but I didn't wear it the day that I trekked through the snow in a mountain.
Yeah, you wore it in like Tokyo, the warmest part of the country we stayed.
It was cold, I think. It rained. I don't know. It was fine. I didn't want to take up too much room in my suitcase. It makes sense.
That's why I bought a packable jacket. Puff jacket.
Puff jacket. I also bought puff
I don't have.
Chaz, they have puff jacket
Puff
with
puff.
hood. I didn't see that when I bought my puff jacket, and then later I
mine
saw it and I
have
was
a hood?
sad. No. Neither of ours have hoods.
No, I don't want a hood.
You don't want a hood?
No, because I wore a puff jacket underneath hoodie. So, all right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you have to have a hood, I think. When something's got to have a hood because it rained, and if you didn't carry an
You can
umbrella,
just do umbrella.
then you have to carry an umbrella.
That was the worst. Carrying
That was
umbrella.
the worst.
Well, the problem is that we needed a travel umbrella that you could put in a pocket. And your
Oh, see,
pockets
I
are
bought
large
that,
enough.
and then mine immediately broke.
I just used the hood. Just whoosh, done. You don't get wet no more.
You can't use a hood for your friends.
My hoodie is very absorbent.
Yeah, it
I
is.
am generally not worried about how wet. Hold on.
Yeah.
I am generally not worried about the rain on my friends.
There we go.
Because
Chat. Go on.
it's up to them. First off, rain doesn't kill you, and if they want a parasol, they can. If they want a hood, they can. If they want to walk in the rain, that's their prerogative. I just do whatever. We got 53 months from Noah.
Noah.
500 bits Reed with the Reed bad pun star rain. Thank you, Reed. 47 months from Barry Crape, 16 from Tabby Stripes, 49 from Konosuga, 300 bits from Will Peters, who says, hypothetically, a city pays you like $5 billion to live in it. You would have to live there for a year and only get paid once you fully moved in. Said city is located on an island surrounded by poop water, and the only way to get fresh water is to get it to ship it to you. Do you do it? Yes. With $5 billion, you can afford to have a private freshwater brought to you every day. I would do it. I guess it would smell. Brabbit gifted a sub to Sunroom. Anonymous gifted subs to Sleep Daddy and Go the Funk to Sleep. Julia White's gifted a sub to Moon Room. J-Spoke gifted a sub to Big Chungus. 20. They should have called it that. 25 months from Wonder J13, and Mr. Viperfan gifted a sub to Wet Friends X2. When you have 2 wet friends. We have 14 arts in the queue. I'm going to let Chaz touch it because he can start it and stop it.
Yeah, here's the first one.
What is it?
Oh, this is the Ichigo Daifuku I had in Kawagoe. It was the best strawberry I've eaten in my life.
What is it encased in?
It has white bean paste and then mochi.
Ah.
Okay. Neat.
But it was good?
It was very good.
I love that. 500 and Kayla D says, Steven, you're also from coastal Carolina, where between coastal storms and southern storms, it rains off and on constantly. As soon as you get your umbrella, it stops raining. Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah. And where we were, it just rained the whole day.
Unfortunately, the one day that I was out by myself doing game hunting and was, like, outside nonstop all day was the worst day of the trip, and it rained all day.
Yeah, that was the one day I decided to be inside the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was wet and cold and miserable and upset. I had a great day, but I was miserable.
That was the day that we met up for our date night.
Yes.
And so Mao and I were in different parts of Japan, or different parts of Tokyo, and we met up...
Japan.
Oh, yeah,
No.
yeah. You were not in Tokyo at the time. We met up in, like, Shibuya, Shinjuku? No.
Shinjuku.
Somewhere around that
Anyway,
area.
at a specific time in Sheboygan. And when we met up, Mao was like, I am so miserable. And I was like, we're going to go eat a warm food in a warm place. And then we did.
And, like, my quick dry pants from Duluth dried very quickly. But my socks and my my shoes and my coat did not.
Yeah. Anyway, it was nice. It was the day was cold, but it ended okay. Mm-hmm. We also had 49 months from Galactic Ambition.
The next one is of Train.
What train is this?
This is Brandon and I at the museum.
Oh yeah, y'all went to the Saitama Train Museum.
Yeah, you can see all the train behind us.
They're full size. I know they look small. We're a floor up.
How was that?
It was good. I wanted it to be more, but it was good.
What was it, and what did you want it to be?
There were trains, and you could go in some of them and sit in some of them, but not all of them.
Okay.
Some of them were just, like, dark, and you could only look at the outside of them.
How did it compare to the
The thing I kept saying was that I wanted it to be the Dayton Air Force Museum,
Yes.
where you can go into basically every plane,
I was going to ask how it compared
but
to that.
it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, we could only go into about a third of the cars. And any car that had a control room area for a train operator, that was blocked off.
Yeah. So, like, at the Air Force Museum, they're all shut down and decommissioned.
Yeah.
So you can go in those spaces, but you could not.
So it was not the train equivalent of the
No.
Dayton Air Force Museum.
No.
Okay.
But that said,
It was still interesting.
it had rolling stock from 1825 to present, including Shinkansen. And it was in the middle of a JR right-of-way, which means that we had local express and Shinkansen trains going all around us. Mm-hmm. And they had observation decks where you could go and watch the active trains.
Yeah.
So would you say that it's only for, like, the very biggest train fans?
As far as I know, there's 4 train museums in Japan, or at least 4 that I found.
Yeah.
And that was the only one we made it to.
Okay.
I'd like to see the Kyoto one. I hear there's one in Tokyo on the northeast of Skytree. And, like, that one seemed neat.
Neat.
So.
Only the two of you ended up seeing that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Tobu Museum, that one Fossix.
Neat.
The next photo appears to be of a drink that someone, I hope they tried it.
No, I didn't try it, but I found Tomato-nade.
Oh God.
And it's not 50-50.
No,
It might say so on that image, but it wasn't it more tomato than
it was
lemonade?
more tomato than lemonade.
Way more tomato.
One of the things that we had is hot lemonade.
That was good.
I liked it. It tasted extremely artificial,
Okay.
but it
Is that just because it was sweet and syrupy?
no, it tasted, I don't know, it tasted like chemicals. Like it smelled like chemicals. I liked it, but it was, it was hot, which is a little strange.
It is called hot lemonade.
Yes. Isn't that just lemon tea? No.
No.
I want you to imagine that you bought some Minute Maid lemonade, and then you're like, what if I microwaved this for 3 minutes? That's it. That's what it is. We had 49 months from Humbology, and 300 bits from Will Peters that says, fun fact, the standard gauge for Japan is narrow gauge, meaning the rails are closer to each other with the exception of the high-speed rails, which is actual standard gauge.
We noticed the different rail sizes.
The different gauges, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also just a lot of trains.
Yes.
Like an astounding amount of trains.
We did film a clip where we said, don't talk to my gauge or my son gauge, or
Oh, I know what you're saying.
there
Yeah.
was like full-size gauge, and then there was like a smaller gauge for like this kiddie car that was like a
So
little train.
you could enter a raffle if you're under the age of 6. You could enter a raffle to drive in some like miniature trains, like I don't know, maybe they're like 1/20 scale or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could drive around in them, and they're in these really really narrow like 12-inch gauge rails, and they had that running parallel to the standard narrow gauge, and then in the small like 12-inch gauge they had an even smaller like really tiny model
Like
train
model
gauge
train
in
gauge.
it.
Oh.
And then we did see the Shinkansen gauge over
just, like,
by the
cascading.
Shinkansen. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Train
they
rails.
had like, and we don't know why.
That's cute.
Yeah. We filmed it, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the other aspect of this trip is that like everyone was filming stuff. Like everyone, I think at some point filmed something, and because of that, just be patient. that's my thought is just give it a little time. It's gonna take a while before these are out.
You can rewatch all the parts where I'm in Japan that are already out.
Yeah, there's like a few of those.
So really,
vlogs
Chaz
already
made
done.
it easy on you because he did all his first.
Yeah, the next vlogs to get to are like where we're going, but I still don't have all the footage from everybody, so I gotta finish collecting that.
You got all mine.
Good. Mr. Viper Fan gifted a sub to Gage Daddy, and Bell Bunny gifted a sub to Papa Gage. Papa Gage sounds like a Midwestern ska band or something.
Sure.
Here's a photo where you found CD players somewhere.
We were in Yodobashi Camera, and they had CD players.
A whole display of them.
Yeah, the one on the top shelf, I think towards the center, is Bluetooth connected.
Amazing.
So
We were very amused.
Yeah, it's the aesthetic, right? It has to be. There would be no good like you have a cell phone. So at this point, if you're using a CD player, it's for the aesthetic of using a CD player. It's kind of like in the States, like cassettes have made a comeback.
yeah, there was a Walkman section.
There was a
the Slick
Walkman.
Duke asked
Yeah.
about that.
People are into cassettes again, so. Hi, bud.
The next is a whole bunch of photos of Costco.
Costco!
The Kawasaki Costco.
There was a parking deck on the top of it,
Yeah.
and there were people. They had like this
Long escalator that just.
that you could put a cart on,
Yeah.
and like roll up and down to your car.
And it was.
See,
Yeah,
it's
that just looks like Costco.
Yeah, I know,
It was
right?
emptier than ours is. Or
Yeah.
any of them we've been to in the area, even.
Yeah.
But it was so quiet.
It was dead
If
silent.
ours was like that busy,
Yeah.
it
that
would be a
was-
low roar.
yeah.
When you don't have a car for your Costco
Oh, that's
trip.
right. Yeah, so I got a
take
box
things
of
back on the
goods.
train.
Yes. Well, I had to take them on a local bus.
Yeah, the
first.
local bus was the worst.
I just put
Man.
them on.
You got 50 pieces of
Wait.
sushi.
No.
Yeah, that.
But there's 2 of those.
Yeah,
Each
We
of
got
those
2
has
of those.
48.
But those, you get that tray.
That was like 3,400 yen.
Yeah, that's like $23. So that tray of sushi for like $23.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
We got 2 of those.
And then we got the dessert. That was so good. That dessert was really good. Sorry, Chess.
Yeah, earlier when we were talking
Sorry
about
that
how
you got a dessert that I didn't get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
earlier when we were talking about how cheap food is, like it's very cheap, very cheap. The last day that we were there, I woke up in the morning and was like, at late afternoon, I was like, I want to go get conveyor belt sushi, and I ate my fill. Like I ate probably somewhere between 20 and 25 pieces of nigiri, and I had a melon soda, and it was $9.81.
And the prices are tax included, and there's no tip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the final price, less than $10, and I gorged myself on sushi.
And it's not even just because the yen is weak. Because if the yen was
No, it's
strong,
not.
then it would have been like $15.
Like I was saying
Yeah,
with the
which would still be ridiculous.
like I was saying with the O'Hare example earlier, like the cost was 20 times greater to eat an O'Hare versus a comparable
Oh,
meal
yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah.
In Japan's Tokyo airport, to be clear.
Yeah, because there's a little food court in Haneda, and it's not like Chicago. Tell you that. When we sat down in Chicago to order, I was looking at this and I was like, this is going to be a lot of money for the 5 of us to eat, because Alex and Haley were with me and Mal and Brandon. And when the bill came, I was right, and I was a little under, and I was like, dear God, okay, it's fine.
Not by much.
Welcome, Fizzy Art Kitty.
Welcome.
Welcome in. We had 300 bits from Kayla D. It says, I wish you luck in getting these vlogs out in a timely manner, and that this isn't the next bottleneck. I mean, like, it is inherently a bottleneck,
Yeah.
but there is nothing else to do, and that's good.
Yeah. It's just those. You don't have anything older.
Oh. Then, like,
There's nothing else on the vlog.
we are
project to
busy
do.
next weekend.
No, sorry. I just mean, like, from, like, a work perspective.
There's
Yeah.
no old work.
There's
sitting
no
around.
2018
Yeah.
things. I don't do Steven Plays. Dan does Steven Plays. Like, I just work on the vlogs and stream.
Good job.
So, like, I'm not concerned. I'm, like, totally not concerned.
Yeah.
It'll get done when it gets done, and I'll catch up, and it'll be fine. And they're gonna be fun and good. So I'm not worried about it.
This next picture is labeled Party.
Party.
Oh, so that's what we bought. There was 2 of the trays at the top, though. One's just in the fridge.
And then
Yeah.
you got another.
So we had well over 100 pieces of sushi.
And we ate basically all of it. I think at the very end we had maybe just a few tiny
Do
pieces.
Yeah.
Costco cards from America work in Japan? I was
Yes.
told you had to take yours into the service desk and get a day pass for free, because like there was something about them not being read. But we
Yeah.
tried to do that and they were like, no, just go in.
Yeah.
And we did, and it was fine.
Yeah. Just bring your American membership. It works.
Yep. You need to
Which
pay
is
in
neat.
cash or MasterCard, though. They do not take Visa.
Yeah. Yeah. But American Costco is Visa exclusive.
Yes.
One thing to note is that, there's only a few of the Costcos,
Mm-hmm.
and you may have to travel a long time to get back to wherever you're staying.
We did, yes.
And it was apparently a huge journey.
It wasn't that bad on the way back.
But you were carrying.
Yeah,
You
it
were
was-
on a train carrying like a big cardboard
that was
thing.
fine.
Okay.
Like I felt the thing about that was unseemly was that I was in other people's way.
Sure.
Not that I was like difficult to carry.
Matt Laneighbor says, do they not do bags? Costco doesn't do bags.
You
No.
can buy like cooler bags
I-
there,
we
but we
cannot-
weren't gonna buy a cooler
Yeah,
bag.
we can't
Yeah.
stress enough how much of an American Costco this was like. We went
Yeah.
to the restrooms in there, and the restrooms were American-style restrooms, down to not having washlets on the toilets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That was
very
surprising.
weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I'm trying to think if I used any toilets in Japan this time that didn't have washlets.
I
And
did.
I don't think I did. I think every single one I went to had a washlet. That's very, very standard.
The next photo is of an airplane screen, apparently.
Okay, let's find out together.
Oh, we had a
Oh.
live view of
Oh.
the front of the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
this
was
is-
And
very
that's
neat.
the pink there in the center is Lake Michigan, so we were flying into O'Hare.
Snowfox says, Japanese public restrooms have washlets. Every single toilet I used in Japan had a washlet. Everywhere. Every single place. Like, at
Yeah.
all of the stations.
Most of the seats are heated.
Every
Almost
so
every
often,
almost every
they're
single
cold. Like the jet of water is cold.
Yeah, but most of them
Are warm.
Are warm. Yeah, like almost every toilet I went to had a heated seat. Japan has got toilets figured out. They really do.
Yeah.
Are the last 3 pictures just the ones I
Yeah,
posted?
they're the thing. So I don't know if you want to go into that. If we want to talk about other
Let's talk
things.
about something else, and then I'll
right.
end on that. What else?
I can show the stuff that you guys brought back for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that wasn't just like laundry?
No. There's no laundry in here. This was some of my.
Mal thought it was entirely laundry. She's like, I can't believe we have to bring Chaz's laundry back for him.
No,
It's in a wet dry bag.
Well, yeah. So this is my Toby Zaru towel that I bought for to cheer on Toby Zaru at Sumo.
Are we the right side up?
And yes.
Okay,
And
yes.
Mal, you bought.
I bought a Kirishima one.
Kirishima. Did you buy one?
No, I don't have a towel.
Thomas bought one.
Thomas bought. Okay, there's one sock.
So there is laundry.
A steel sock. So this is Miteki Yumi. Which I cannot.
That looks like it's upside down.
Yeah, it's upside down. So behind us at Sumo, the second day we went to Sumo,
It was us 3 in a
yes,
box.
the 3 of us went to Sumo 2 days. Everyone else just went to Sumo 1 day. We went a second day in a box seat. And we got there pretty early, and there was a guy behind us. And I got to chatting with him because it was still early in the day, so there wasn't
A whole lot going on.
a whole lot going on or a lot of people there. And I found out that he was part of the Mitekiyumi Koen Kai. It's the official fan club, essentially, where they like pay to support him and they host events and they get to hang out with him at events and that sort of thing. And the whole row, there was going to be 10 people from the
10
fan club.
boxes.
I think it was 10 people.
Oh, was
10
it
people
10?
in a few boxes, yeah.
Okay.
That were right behind us. And then, so we were talking to him for a little bit, and then eventually they said he let me know on his phone when it got announced that Toby Zaru wasn't going to be appearing that day because he had an injury that day.
Yeah, for those not in the know, Sumo is 15 days every other month, all-day event. And so we got there early around, 11 a.m. And we were watching the early matches, and then at the end of the day, they had the good matches. So we were still expecting...
It's the lowest ranked up to the highest
I
ranked.
mean, that's just being honest.
Yeah,
So we were expecting that Toby Zaru would be participating in the later matches at the end of the day. And midday it was announced that he was dropping.
Yeah, so they felt bad for me, so they gave me a little pin that's a member of their Koen Kai Club pin. So I put on the pin, and I cheered on Mitekiyumi with them. And then when we were leaving, he gave me one of the Mitekiyumi towels.
They were like taking photos of you holding it too.
Yes.
They were very
That,
amused
it was
by
so
it.
cool.
I drank some. I had a 1 cup sake, and it was like, "You're drinking sake. I need a photo of that." And I'm like, "All right." Okay. So, yeah, that was a lot
That was
of fun.
very fun.
That's one of those interactions that made me say that the people were the best part for me because I had a lot of different cool interactions like that.
Mitakiyumi won, too.
Yeah, he won his
did.
match.
Which he didn't win very many of. So
Yeah.
I got this from the Earthbound or the Mother 3
Parco
pop
store?
up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
That's very neat.
and
What the?
also this one, which Mal has the larger,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have the large one.
Only 5 can ladder.
only 5.
Ba-ba-boom. You pulled that one.
I went to a very cool museum in Tokyo where it was an Edo museum. It wasn't the Edo museum next to the
Kokugi-kan?
sumo arena. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to go to, and it's closed right now.
But there was another one where it was basically like they had this 2-story area where they had built like a little block of like 10 houses and
Was this
shops and stuff.
The interactive one south of the Kokugi-kan?
It's south of Tokyo.
Okay, I almost went there.
And you could just walk through, and they've got these houses decked out where like one's a vegetable market and one's like a shamisen teacher's house, and you just walk around and see like this little scenic streetscape of what it would have been like. So that was really neat.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that place.
Yeah, I had seen some photos or something you had taken, and it looks very cool.
Yeah, I took some video of that, so that can be in the
Oh, yeah,
blog,
maybe that's
but
what I
saw. They also their mascot is a cat, so they had a hand towel with their mascot on it.
Oh, that's cute. That's very
That's
cute.
very cool.
Japan loves cats. There's a lot of cats.
Neko Ippai. A lot of cats.
Yeah.
So.
When I was in Kawagoe, there was a lot of cat stuff, and I was trying to figure out if there was some significance to that, but I didn't find any information.
And then the neatest thing I got.
This is definitely the neatest thing you
Yeah.
got, and the story is great.
This is
Upside down.
Yep. This is a handprint, Tagata, of a sumo wrestler, and this one specifically is of the Yokozuna Asashoryu, and it is from 20 years ago. I don't know if we should go through the whole story now or if we should save it for the vlog, because I did film myself.
You can talk
Just
at least a
after I
little
got
bit about it because it's a cool thing.
It's a cool story. I was in Osaka. It was just before our second day of sumo, actually.
Yeah.
It was the morning of the second day. We hadn't gone to sumo yet. I was wandering around by myself. There was a confectionery shop I wanted to stop at because I heard they had good mochi. So I stopped there. I got a couple mochi. I was, talking to the granny running the store, and sat, ate the mochi. It was delicious. It wasn't very busy. She was chatting with one of her granny friends who wandered by, and the granny friend busted my tray for me. I'm like, you're just a person who walked by. And I'm like, that's great. And so I'm like, I'll get a box of 8 of these to go and take them to my friends to sumo. And I was talking to her about I was going to watch sumo with my friends, and we talked about my favorite wrestler was Tobizaru and how he does the eat thing whenever he appears on television.
Yeah.
So we were chatting about that and about Osaka in general, and she's taken a long time to register me up, and I see her rummaging around in a cabinet behind her, and then she pulls out this handprint and says, "For you, present." I'm like, I can't possibly. And then she's like, "Oh, you have to take it. My neighbor's son was in sumo, so I just got this thing. It's just been sitting around back here. It's been sleeping back here. And it needs to go somewhere else." So yeah, she gave that to me. Yeah,
That was the start of your day 2 of sumo.
it was a pretty good start of the day of sumo.
Yeah. So you had that interaction and the Mitakayumi fan club interaction on the same day.
Yeah, and that's just some of what I experienced.
Some of the people.
So that's why I said people, because I had some really neat experiences.
Yeah.
You got to talk to you also got to talk to people because you speak enough Japanese to actually do that, which gives you
enough to have basic conversations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's more than most of us could do. So
It's more than I could do last time.
Yeah.
That was a different mochi shop.
tell you what, that's where you go to pick them up, the mochi shops.
At a different mochi shop, the grannies were hitting on me, but
I love that. Was that recorded as well? That one probably didn't make it to the.
it was very flattering. It was very, they were very nice. Everyone I talked to was very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had in Kanazawa, I sat on the bus and the lady next to me just started talking to me in Japanese. I gave no indication that I spoke it or had any understanding of Japanese at all. And she just started up. I'm like, all right, we're doing this.
It's great.
Time to turn on the brain and figure out what she's saying.
When I went to the kongi shop, the what's it called in Japanese?
I don't know.
Rice porridge with egg.
You're talking about the
A place I went in Kanazawa. Okayu. Fossex knows. Anyway, when I went there, that was a fun experience to talk to them and then get Jozu Dest about how good my Japanese was, despite the fact that we were not communicating if I wanted cream and sugar in my coffee. They were like, Japanese is so good, and I was like, no.
You have to explain the concept of Josu Des.
So I got told my Japanese was good, and I was, it's like oh, look how sweet you're doing. You're trying your hardest kind of thing.
You're
Bless your heart.
You're doing the best you can.
So that was sweet of
People
them.
are really happy when you try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
You don't have to be very good.
I was at this secret rice porridge coffee shop that's in this greenhouse thing. And it was fun because I went in there And it was just this older man with a friend of his sitting there, and they were just chatting, and I walked in and I ordered the set and struggled to get my coffee.
Yeah.
But then they told me my Japanese was good and they asked where I was from. And I did my best to communicate that, and they were just very impressed that this random American was in their tiny little coffee shop in a city that was not Tokyo or Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
I did get asked a couple times, how did you hear about this place? Like, well...
So when I got on the airplane to get to Japan, I knew like 2 words in Japanese, and that's it. Like, I only know English and French. But I learned a few more phrases, and to the point of just trying being enough. There was an inn that we were staying at, a ryokan that we were staying at, where there were a bunch of very English as a first language focused people staying there, and I tried to like go and ask for water and ask for a specific drink and communicate with the barman in Japanese because he did not speak any English, and that was enough for him to be like, "Oh, gifto," and like he gave me a little glass of unfiltered sake, which was very nice.
Yeah. It's I think I know. It's definitely less than 10. Like, definitely less than 10 words or phrases. But those words or phrases are like 95 to 99% of what you need to like do basic things. Mm-hmm. And then for me, like, I'm not gonna learn Japanese to the extent that like Chaz or Mao know Japanese. Like, it's not gonna happen. But because the phones,
I'm not on that level.
Chaz or Mao or anybody else. So like, the phone does the translate, and it does it like pretty good at this point. Like, you can just be like, "Hey," and then ask the complicated thing, and you know, I found that worked.
Yeah.
That worked most of the time.
In the most recent vlog where I'm coming back from the night out, the izakaya, where the guy bought me a drink and
For your birthday?
Yeah, for my birthday.
Yeah.
You know, it was me and the person running the izakaya, and then 2 other people there. So it was just me and 3 people, and one of them had a little English. But you know, so we managed to like simple communication on our own, and then like if I needed to like have a difficult concept that I couldn't figure out how to get into a sentence, then I just grabbed the phone and did it. So
Yeah.
and that way we made conversation work for an hour.
Yeah. It's I know we've talked about it before, like on the other times we went to Japan, but I never want the language barrier to be the reason that people don't go. Because like there's so many people, especially that watch, our stuff, that are interested in, I mean, at bare minimum, maybe video games or Japanese culture, and like especially if you're just staying in Tokyo, like you will have a fine time.
Yes. There were several days that I went out alone and had no issues, and again came off the plane knowing 2 phrases in Japanese.
I was intentionally putting myself into situations in which there would not be English available to me.
Yeah.
If you're not going out of you have to, in Tokyo, you kind of have to go out of your way to do that.
Yeah.
So, just want that to be out there. Like I remembered like a few things from years ago, but like I was on the plane and I was like, all right, Mal, remind me how to say this and remind me how to say this. And then as the trip went on, there was a few other key things that like Chaz would say and be like, wait, that's a good word to know. And then I just wrote it like phonetically into a list. Like the word for check. Was it kaike? Kaike. So like, if you're at a sit-down restaurant, then you need to ask for the check to come. That's a good word to have. And I was like, that's a good one. So I wrote that down. So I can be like, sumimasen, kaike, and that's it. That's like, there doesn't need to be any other interaction. And if there is, I can translate with the phone. So,
right.
Yeah.
It is like, that said, it is fulfilling to learn and study and practice Japanese and then go and put yourself in situations where you get to practice it and have some level of success.
Certainly if you have an interest and want to do that, like, yes.
Yeah.
You would, like...
It's just not a requirement.
Seeing how fulfilled Chaz was from, like, doing that, made me like when I was editing the vlogs, I was like, man, Chaz is having such a blast, and I love this, and I know that had a lot to do with the fact that you were able to communicate.
It was very cool. It was also
So-
my first time like communicating in a language other than English because I didn't take Spanish in high school. I took Greek and Latin, so I did not communicate with anyone in Greek or Latin.
Yeah.
So it's an experience I've never had in my life before, so it was neat.
Learned Boy says, no kaike onegashimasu. I mean, oh, yeah, you can onegashimasu. Onegashimasu is please, so that's another one on my list. That got used occasionally. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. I did the best I could, and it worked out okay.
Yep.
What other interesting little things that are worth mentioning? I know we hit on some things on Breakfast Stream.
Yeah.
Like a very quick version of something that folks on Friday may have missed is that me, Haley, and Alex took a ferry to Kagoshima, which is like a very western part of Japan, where
Southwest.
where there's a volcano, an active volcano. And while we were taking the ferry, one of the TV networks, TV Asahi, was there, and as soon as they saw that there were foreigners on the ferry, they were all over us. And they were like, can we film you? And we're like, sure. So they filmed a lot of us. Like, we would be standing on the boat, and like we would look out the corner of our eyes, and like they were just like filming us like we were in a zoo. Anyway, that's gonna air on TV Asahi in like early April. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's like April 4th or something for anyone that's in Japan. So that's neat.
Let us know how it is.
Yeah, I hope it's online somewhere that I'll be able to see it, because that was a very weird experience. We were the only foreigners on that boat.
Yeah.
Like the only one. So I understand why they were so excited.
It sounded like it was more, it was less of like a cruise.
Yeah, it was.
It was more like we need to get from point A to point B.
Yes, like it had like cruise elements, but the ship was.
It's a ferry.
It's a ferry. It's
Yeah.
not like super big like a carnival ship or
Yeah.
something. So, yeah, it was neat. It was a very different experience. Let me read these real quick. We had 55 months from Dragonly, and also 36 months from Alien Whale. Congrats on the 3.
One of the things we were saying earlier, it was fun to look on Find My and see where everyone was.
Yeah, at different times,
Yeah.
people were all over the place. And yeah, it was fun.
Because, you did that. Chaz was in Tokyo, and Thomas and his wife were in Osaka. And then we were on the Arch with Stephanie and Steve.
Going to Kyoto.
We went to
Kanazawa.
Nara and Kyoto and Kanazawa.
We all there was a day where there was 4 different groups, a minimum of 2.5 hours away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting trip because I spent the beginning of the trip with you 3,
Yes.
and then after that I spent a portion of the trip with Alex and Haley, and then I spent a portion of the trip with various Steph and Steve were there, so I spent time with them, and yeah, it was fun. It was a very different way of doing it, because in the past we've kind of tried to keep everyone together, but that's really hard.
It's
Yeah.
really hard.
That's really, really hard.
you can get into dinner places with 4 people. 2 is easier, but once you get more than 4, it's difficult
Yeah.
to do anything.
Yeah, I mean that sort of thing is also difficult to do in the U.S. It's
Right.
way more difficult to do in Japan.
Right.
There's one place we went to eat, the 3 of us, where we split up 2 and 1,
Yeah.
so we could get in fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sushi.
That was
on
lunch for
box
sumo, yeah.
day.
So
Did we do a lot with Chelsea? Chelsea and her husband had a box on this box sumo day next to us, so we saw them for that.
I didn't.
They went to Nara with us, and they went to Kyoto with us, and then we saw them the very last night.
Yeah, so you actually I did not see them on the trip until the very last night.
Yeah.
Oh, we also did Tokyo Skytree.
Skytree with them, yeah.
Yeah, you guys did all the stuff, but I wasn't
Yeah.
with you for that. So, and we never met up with Lindsay.
Lindsay was like, "Hey, what about this day?" And we were like, "Oh, we're in Kyoto.
There was
we're
one
in
day
Kagoshima."
there was one day that she asked very deliberately, like, "Hey, what about today?" And it was the day where everyone was hours away from
Yeah.
Tokyo, and I mean, it sucks, but I also know that we will see Lindsay again.
Yeah. And she had her own thing going on, and she was seeing people she knew. She wasn't alone.
Yeah.
She was with other people.
Yeah. So,
But the days where we did like the most group activity probably include sumo.
Yeah.
Sumo day 1 had a lot of us. The last day where we did like that little house party with the Costco sushi was a large group. But like other than that, it was small groups of 3 and 4 that kind of interspersed. It was very fluid. Everyone had their own set of agendas.
Thomas and I went to a cafe that looked like Le Bon from Persona 5.
nice. DJ Sherbert says, and flying. No, we had pretty different flying stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like
Well, first of all, Thomas lives in Florida.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we did not have the same flights as him.
and Chaz arrived earlier and left sooner,
Mm-hmm.
Or left sooner, yeah.
so he wasn't with us. So,
Us 3 and Alex and Haley had the same flights.
Yeah.
yeah, but that was
Yeah.
it. So, what sumo days were attended? I didn't go to sumo.
9
I
and
was
10.
9 and 10.
9 and 10.
I was supposed to go to sumo, but I got sick, so that was a fun day. What was it? 9 and 10.
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Yeah, I knew that there were some other patrons that were going to be in Japan at the same time, and at least one of them was like going on the finale day, and I was like, "That's cool." Yeah. Don't worry, you'll learn all about it when the vlogs come out. I had a very interesting
I was
Japan
told
trip.
you can see me on day 10 NHK footage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
during the
Near
day
the-
10 broadcast,
Yeah.
there was an audience, because we were in front of the Mitakeumi fan club, so I assume
They panned to
they
him.
panned to them, and
Yeah.
then we're just like some folks, some foreigners in the box in front of them.
Yeah, if anyone has access to that, was it day 10 for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for them and get a screen cap.
Because
and post
Steph and
it
Steve
somewhere.
had it on in their hotel room. And she's like,
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. So
What day is day 10? That was the 19th. I want to say it was the 19th.
How do you know that? I don't
Because
have any.
the 20th was Steven's birthday, and that was the day after.
Okay. I don't have any
It-
device with me. I can't
Yeah.
look.
that sounds correct. Sounds correct. What other things?
The big thing.
I did the Kieran Brewery tour with
Oh yeah.
I was on that too.
And Brandon.
So that was a day. Ooh, that was a day. So I was in Kanazawa.
Brandon traveled that day.
I
Yeah.
traveled that day. So I was in Kanazawa. I left the hotel at 5:50
You sure did.
to catch a 6:02 Shinkansen to Tokyo, and then I made it to where the brewery was, on like the south side of Tokyo, I want to say.
Yes.
And
South,
then
very south.
immediately from that, I left back to Tokyo Station to catch a different Shinkansen with Steven back to Nagano so that we could make it to a ryokan at the end of the day
Let me give a,
Immediately after that, having had 2.5 beers.
for $3. Japan's excellent, guys. It's a great experience.
So it was Kanazawa to Tokyo,
Yes.
and that was 2 hours 30 minutes, 290 miles.
Yes.
And normally that is 11 hours by car in Japan.
Yeah. It was 2.
I went from Kanazawa Station to Tokyo Station.
Okay.
And then you came back from Tokyo to Nagano, which
Yes.
is 5.5 hours by car.
Yeah, and that was like, I don't know.
1 hour,
an
20 minutes,
Yeah.
144 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
And that was like, I don't know, 4 hours.
So it was less than 4 hours by train, and it would have been 16 and a half by car.
Yeah.
They go fast.
Yeah.
They go real fast.
I mean, they, like, on average, are going twice the speed of what you can go on a highway.
Yeah.
yeah.
And we had a
Ish.
pass, so you weren't paying for it.
Yes.
Yeah, so we mentioned this on a breakfast stream, but we have the Hokuriku Arch Pass, which was something that is available to foreign tourists only.
You have to get it before you go.
And we got a 7-day pass that allowed us unlimited access to the Hokuriku Shinkansen, the Thunderbird,
The Thunderbird.
which goes from Suruga to Osaka.
Kyoto?
To Kyoto?
Kyoto.
To Osaka?
Yeah.
To Osaka. So that's an arch if you're looking at it, or an arch if you're looking
On
at a
the
map
map,
of
it draws
Japan.
an arch.
And then it included a bunch of JR stations as well. So
Yeah,
that was an incredible value for us.
Yes.
We moved around a lot in the 7-day period. We haven't run the numbers yet, but
I'm
like
curious to run the numbers.
3 or 4 Shinkansen trips in, I was like, okay, well the pass is already paid for itself.
Yep.
I saved
Yeah.
over $100, and I think I used it less than you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to Japan and you very specifically are planning to be like outside of Tokyo or outside of one city, it's something to look into.
There
because-
is a full JR rail pass for that, but they
Yeah.
raised the price on that, and we did the math on it, and that was not worth it to us. For
It was
what
not
we were
worth
doing.
it to most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been worth it for me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The very first trip that we took, we were in Tokyo for almost the entire trip, and like it depends on what you want to do in Japan, right? But if you're there for a lot of like shopping stuff and things to see, like you can spend an entire trip in Tokyo,
Yeah, easily.
like very.
I mean,
easily.
It is the biggest city in the world.
It's
Yeah.
the biggest city in the world.
We spent the last 5 or 6 days
yeah,
doing something in Tokyo.
and we barely covered anything, right? Because like we hit some major things, but like we didn't do any of the like the east side
Yeah.
of Tokyo at all.
Yeah,
So-
there's entire gigantic neighborhoods
Yeah.
that we didn't even touch.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's forever. It's
forever
it keeps
town.
going on forever. I talked about it on a breakfast stream, but for those I don't have those pictures in the queue anymore. But we we had a very unique opportunity to go to the secret Nintendo developer bar in Tokyo because we met up with our buddy Robert, who we haven't seen since E3 2015. And Robert was like, "Would you like to go to this place?" And we're like, "Yes." So that was a magical experience. I posted a bunch of photos on Instagram, and it's just super, super cool. Since that happened, I learned that it is something that the public can get into. That is something you can do. It was very fortunate that we were like personally invited. That was great.
Yeah.
But it is something that you can do if you're visiting Tokyo. You can Google 84. You can probably Google it. I don't know, 84 Tokyo Nintendo Bar.
84
Hashi.
Hashi. Hashi.
84 Hashi near Shibuya.
And they will do tours. So it's I don't remember what it was, but it seemed extremely reasonable. And you go and you like have a drink and you spend 90 minutes in there and you get to see all the stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was super, super neat. Yeah, that was where they had the DVD of the Public Sons. I didn't see the DVD. That was just what the bar owner Chokon had mentioned. Yeah, we talked about that on a breakfast stream, but they had an Earthbound anthology in there, which is a big deal because when Starman.net was making them, only 4 were ever sent to Japan. So one of the ones
4
that were sent
physical
over
books, yeah, 4 physical prints.
yeah, so I don't know if I think we sent 2 to NOJ. So I don't know where all the books wound up, but at least one of those 4 wound up in Chokon's bar, and that's cool.
Cool.
That's very, very cool. It was very fun.
No one had knew where those had ended up,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah,
And that was a 2007 project.
yeah, and like the bar has been doing public tours only for like a few months or something, and you know they run these tours and they post the photos and stuff online. And like, I've never heard of anyone mentioning that. So even though that book was in there, I think it took basically someone being from Starman.net and being a part of staff that knew how many books were sent to understand why that was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, oh, they have an anthology. It's,
It didn't-
there's only 4 of these in Japan.
Well,
Didn't
and then
click with you at first.
yeah, and then the other thing is that like you guys had not heard about where those ended up at all.
No, and it's been, 15 years. So that was super, super cool. But it's not as cool as the next thing that happened. I'm trying to figure out how to even begin this. Robert asked me if if Mal and I would be interested in coming back to 8-4 to have an evening with Akihiko Miura, who was the lead designer on Earthbound. And I was like, yeah. yeah, I would do that. So we actually we got to go back, and we had a very fun evening, talking with him, and like just honestly, it was kind of a bit of like a childhood dream come true, because we were able to just kind of like talk about Earthbound, and we were able to show him like our wedding photos and like the Earthbound elements that were at our wedding, because I had the Starman insignia on my lapel, and our cake topper, which was made by Camille. Camille being Reed, the CEO of Fangamer's wife, had like a Mr. Saturn on it, and the base of it was the
Blue Marble logo.
Yeah, the Earth logo that you would see like in Smash Brothers or whatever. So like we were able to show Miura-san all of these images, and he was just like, "This is great," he was super excited
He
about
has
it.
to have copies of them, so I airdropped him.
We also showed him the poodle skirts that Mao and Haley had worn to like the different PAX events, and he was like, "These are so great." And then I got to show him one of the old Earthbound public stunts. I showed him the Tessie video that I did literally half my life ago, and like he was just laughing so hard. It was great, man. It was to sit there and to have like, it's like so much of my life has been wrapped up in this one video game. To actually sit down and have an evening with the lead designer of the game and have him like laugh at the videos that I made in high school was like incredible. He saw that, and I was explaining, I was like, there's actually a bunch of these.
Is the photo you guys took with him?
Yeah. This is me and Mao with Miura-san, and I just I sincerely appreciate Robert facilitating this. I appreciate Chokan for hosting it at 84 Hashi. I appreciate Miura-san for like
Taking time out to go there that night. Yeah.
That was so great. And Robert was like, "You should bring a copy of Mother 2 to have him sign it." And so he did. And Miura-san was so incredibly humble and was like, I'm nobody. Like you don't want my signature. And I was like, I would really love that. And so he signed the cart and then the box itself. So that was wonderful. And when he signed it kind of small, and he said, "We have to leave room for the other staff signatures." And I was like, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So it was a wild evening. At multiple times I remember like glancing over at Mao, and Mao was just staring at me because she could see how excited I was.
Yeah.
And I was beaming the entire time because it was just such an incredible experience.
I got this last group photo.
Yeah, so there was this is the group photo of everyone that was there. We've got Robert and his girlfriend. Chokan is
Robert's
on the
here.
very right with me and Mao. Miura-san is there. Maki, between Robert and Miura-san, is the person that does like the bar drinks and stuff like that. And then there were two other people in there who I don't know if I can say who they are or what company they're with, but they were friends of Miura-san and they were there. And I don't think I'm allowed to say anything other than that. So it was just really cool. It was just really neat. It was really, really cool. Yeah. I can't wait to go back to Japan.
Yeah, we'll be back like next month.
No, we won't. But yeah, it was a very cool experience, and I am grateful for that opportunity because it was just real neat.
I'm jealous.
I felt bad that all of this transpired like literally right after Chaz left.
Yeah.
Because I was explaining, I was like, man, my buddy Chaz, he does the Earthbound randomizer. He's the one that's looked at all of the code stuff. He knows Earthbound inside and out. So it's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway,
My assumption was that he's the game designer and not a programmer, so...
correct. Like I had some questions and stuff for Miura-san, and I was asking, and some of the questions I asked, you know, very quickly it was like, oh, like I didn't program anything. I was just,
Yeah.
you know, the designer. So it was a very cool experience. It was very, very neat. Hi, bud. Welcome. Now you're here. Zim gifted a sub to Sapphire Becca. Thank you, Zim. And we also had 54 months from Paint Chipper. Thanks.
Neat.
Yeah, so that was that. I mean, that ended up being the highlight of my trip. Kind of hard not to, and then also trying to get that home safely was I haven't actually looked in my suitcase yet, but
It's probably fine.
I
It's
packed it
probably fine.
very carefully, so hopefully all of that is fine.
Thank you for packing the Tagada for me.
You're welcome.
And is there anything else?
There's an art in the queue still.
Ooh, what is in there?
That's an art.
Oh, okay.
Well, do it. Wow, that's the Pokemon.
Several people observed that we calmed down, so that was the same stream.
Well, there was
I'm trying not to sit too long because I blink and I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep.
there was some unhinged energy, but then once we started like talking about the trip, we kind of mellowed out a little bit. And
I hinged.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had to find the hinge.
Yeah, and I feel more awake than I did. I'm sure as soon as the stream ends, I'll be like, I'm passing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, it was a great trip. It was fun to do it. It was fun to be back in Japan. Brandon, it was your first time, and you had a lot of fun.
Yes.
It was Thomas's first time, and Thomas had a blast.
Thomas did have a blast.
Thomas bought so many little guys. Walk into a place and look for little figurines.
Hot
and
little
stuff.
guys.
So many little guys. It was a lot of fun.
It was so
Chaz bought
affordable.
me a little guy.
I did.
It's a Yokozuna sumo cat.
Oh yeah, yeah. I bought a fair bit of video games. I say a fair bit. I bought 20. So I don't know if 20 counts as a fair. It depends who you are, right? Like,
No, you got all the games
20
I wanted.
20's probably not a lot to like John, right? 20, John might buy a bunch, but I got 20.
But
I was
you were
working
you were
on-
looking at a specific list.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like 20 games I thought looked neat. It was 20
Yeah.
games that are hard to find.
I very deliberately did not buy anything I thought was neat because I was like, no, I'm here on a
mission
because I've been working on finishing. I'm trying to finish GameCube internationally, is what I'm actually doing. I finished all the North American stuff, and I'm buying all of the Japanese exclusive games, and then I'm going to somehow work on PAL. 'Cause,
That's good luck with the last one.
yeah, I gotta go somewhere. Like, for instance, Thomas had asked, he's like, do you have Doshin the Giant? And I'm like, no, but I'm not gonna get it in Japan because they released that in Europe. And I should, if I'm gonna buy a game, I'm gonna buy the European edition because at least that's in English. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out the PAL stuff. But I'm almost done with the Japanese exclusives. There's less than 20 left. So we got quite a bit of them. Oh, and we finished the Love Delict collection. Because we already owned Moon, but Mal wanted a copy of Lack of Love and UFO A Day in the Life. And we found both of those. Love Delict only ever made 3 games, and now we have all of them. So that was a fun thing to get a hold of.
Yeah.
I checked a lot of game stores.
I'm very tired.
Someone in chat found the screenshot of us on
Oh, did they?
NHK.
There we are in the bottom left.
Hey! Awesome.
There's Chelsea behind the Torikumi, and then Dan.
Very, very
Her
cool.
husband, Dan.
Yeah. Not motion Dan.
Nice. Very nice find. That must have been what Steph saw whenever she saw
Yeah.
that you were on the TV. That's very cool. All right. Well, it's almost 10. We did pretty good. I kind of thought we would not make it an hour.
I'm barely making it now.
Some of us fared better than others.
Yeah. You also remember at the beginning you were like, I will hit the bricks anytime I
Yeah,
want.
you didn't.
But I wanted to get through the photos. There was a lot.
There were 12, but yeah, there was a bit to talk about. Yeah, but it was a good trip. We have now been awake for
Too long.
yeah, it's approaching.
What time is it in Tokyo? That's the only way I can find
What
out.
time is it in Japan?
Almost 9 a.m.
Ooh.
No, Mao, it's almost 11 a.m.
Ooh.
you keep doing it backwards.
Oh.
You're doing 11 hours. You need to
11
do 13.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So that's now we have to do math.
once it's 10:30 here, it'll be 11:30 there, which is 24 plus 6. That's 30. So in half an hour, we will have been awake for 30 hours.
In other words, we've been awake for 25 and a half hours, or 29 and a half hours.
And that's,
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
what? It's fun. It's a blast.
I've had a great time.
There's a way to make it less bad, and everyone hates when I say the way to make it less bad.
What's that?
It's to get to the west coast of the United States, sleep there for a night, wake up the next day, and then go to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It just cuts like
Well, what it does is
4 hours off
it
the long one.
What it does is it makes it so that you don't have one really long travel day. You just have two
Long
medium
travel days.
Two medium travel days.
Sure.
He's just purring.
He's
Yeah,
very
that's just what
excited
he
we're
does.
here. He's very, very excited we're here. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the stream. We didn't play a video game,
That's okay.
but
We could play like rock paper scissors. Do you do it on shoot?
yeah,
Okay.
I win. All right.
All right. Great.
Thanks everyone for being here. We will be back on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. and it's so great that it's 9 a.m. instead of 10 p.m. I really love that. That part's like super great.
I think the part that mellows is that it's multiple days away from now.
Yes, that is the part I do love about it.
But not that many days.
I mean, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sleep in.
I'm gonna sleep as long as I can,
I am gonna.
and that's not gonna be enough.
I think that
I'm gonna sleep in.
I feel like I'm in a pretty good situation right now. Cause like if I go to bed right now, that's a normal time to go to bed.
We'll see if I get woken up by my body at some point.
I don't know. The way I'm feeling, I think that I can sleep.
I mean, I know I can sleep. I just don't know how long.
Like, I really think that I'll be able to sleep. Anyway.
Are you trying to raid a person?
Yeah. Let's raid.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we raided Tyler. We'll raid Tyler. Tyler is doing a subathon and he's playing Ocarina of Time. So
All right.
sure, we'll do that. I raided Jiggy was like the last person I raided, so we're gonna raid Tyler. I raided Jiggy because he hit partner. So I try to vary it up a little bit when I can. Can you do? I can do this. Hold on. Raid.
He has Kepler in the way.
Raid attacking toucans. Is that right? I did it. Our raid message is Magnet Mike.
Yeah.
Go do it.
That's a raid message. Thanks everyone for being here. We will see you Tuesday.
9 a.m. Eastern.
That's it. And there's probably a video tomorrow. I don't know.
There's videos every day on Steven Plays.
That's true. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Bye. I sent raid. Where's our chat? Let's come back. Oh, let me turn this on.
Get it stereo.
Magic mushrooms, more like Magic Mike. Got him.
Whoa, what's good? Steven with the raid.
Hi, Tyler.
Yes, welcome everybody. Good to see you all. Welcome to my two-clan subathon. We're playing an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask randomizer at the moment.
Oh, okay. I was like, it has a clock at the bottom. That's not Ocarina of Time.
I need to get up.
Bye.
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 They put both games together.
Steven, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I really want to game with you at some point. I feel like we do so much on TRG together.
Y'all can play Fortnite together.
Outside of TRG, 'cause I feel like it's been too long.
I don't play games, Tyler.
It's my line.
You guys check this out.
It is. The games that I play. Actually, no. I played a game on the plane. I want everyone to know I played a game on the plane.
It was the small plane.
Yeah, it was. The plane from
That's
the plane,
probably better for your body that it was the small plane.
The plane, yeah, the plane from Chicago to Raleigh No, I didn't play DQ3. The problem with playing DQ3 is that you have to be awake and alert, and didn't. On the flight over, I was just like ah. But I played a round of Slay the Spire, and I won.
Did you get through all the things?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by things?
Yep.
What's the word for
act.
it? Did you get through all the acts? Thank you.
So when I got the new phone, it didn't bring my progress over from the last time I had played it. Of course, I hadn't been playing it because it gave me the bad. But I put 80 minutes into it and I got there and I was like, good. Oh, who hungry? He vocal. How are the plane seats? They were awful. United's terrible. There goes the United sponsorship.
I know.
We had cornbread.
Oh.
As a snack.
I would mention United, but yeah, we flew ANA. That's the maximum amount. Yeah, thank you, Mel. ANA Airlines.
It's ANA. It's always been that.
Yeah,
it's never been anything else.
There's no additional letters after that.
ANA.
ANA.
And they served cornbread, which is like like French bread style brioche thing with some paste and corn in it. Like just like raw corn. It's cornbread.
Yeah, they handed me that and I was like,
For
Brandon.
multiple reasons,
Cornbread.
no.
I had 2 cornbreads.
yeah, I can't. I
It was
really,
good. I
really
liked
can't
it.
do the corn
We should go.
to get more.
No, we should stop streaming.
Oh, okay. They're like, we should go get some more of that corn.
Well, we could make cornbread at home. That's what they did. They were
Bread,
like, we have
corn.
cornbread. We have cornbread at home, and the cornbread at home is what we have at ANA.
Like I know, I know that it's like different tastes. Like in Japan is some of the most delicious stuff on the planet, but also there is that which
I liked it.
to a Western palate.
It was
bizarre.
It would have been fine room temp. It was not good cold.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. We will be back Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern for breakfast stream. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.